I'm Sean from BlueHub, and today I'm going to be covering customer custom pricing with you. So starting off here on the customer import, where you're going to be importing your customers, because this is the first time you'll probably get a feel for it. We have two options here of price tier and discount. These are our two standard ways of managing custom pricing for customers. Price tiers are a very common thing within Deer, and most of our clients will use them to some extent. We then have our discount rule, which is a bit less common, but that's just going to allow us to apply a discount to every single sale that our customer is a part of by standard. So starting here with our price tier, typically within Deer, we'll see a couple of price tiers like trade or regular retail price, but we can actually have up to 10 different price tiers, which allow us to set standard prices for each customer. So we can have 10 different customer tiers, and then each of those customer tiers will get a different price for products. To show you what it looks like on an actual product, we have here our 10 different price tiers. So we could have regular retail customers be using price tier 1, trade customers using price tier 2, and wholesale using price tier 3. Doing so would allow us to then create three different ranges of three different customer tiers that we can then use to give each tier of customer their own pricing. So that's the first and most basic, easy to set up and generic way of doing custom pricing for customers, but it obviously isn't the most customized method. It is worth noting though that you can change the price tiers names for a bit more customization within the general settings. So we can actually rename price tier 1 to be regular retail price if we would like. Coming back here then, we have our discounts, which is our second method and slightly less commonly used, where we can just apply a flat discount rule to this customer. Then if we then select that customer for a sale, it is always going to populate with this discount rule pre-populated. We can then overwrite that if we'd like, so we could change it or we could delete it if we would like at the sale level. However, it's always going to populate that by default. So if you've arranged that customer A is always going to get 10% off on every sale because they are a long-standing customer, that will allow you to do this and make it fairly straightforward and easy to always process their sales with that 10% discount. And then the final method we have for custom pricing is the actual custom prices spreadsheet or import. And what it's going to allow us to do is select a product, for example product that I've got here. We can then select a customer like Sean or Steve, and then we are allowed to tie a price to those two items. So if Sean was to buy example product, he would get it for £5, whereas Steve was to buy example product, he could get it for £10. We could then select a different product, and we could do Sean again and Steve again if we would like. Then repeat this for all of the different products you want a custom pricing for, and all of the different customers you'd like to have custom pricing for those products. This can get quite tedious, so it is quite a difficult setup, but once it's in place, it is very automatic. So every time you create a sale, it's going to automatically populate with these numbers instead of the standard. I believe that's all I can show you on the spreadsheets really. So if we then move into actual Deer, like so, I have a customer here called Bank West. So Bank West is going to have this 10% discount, which is how that discount pulls through to actual Deer. It comes through here. We can then also overwrite that if we'd want, so we can give them 100% or a 20% discount. We then also have our price tier. As I mentioned before, you can rename these, so we have trade, regular retail, and POS price tiers. This customer is using trade, but they could be using any of the other 10 price tiers available to allow them to have 10 different pricing levels. Just to show you in the general settings, we can actually go in and we can overwrite these price tier names, and we can set the names to whatever we'd like to be the most relevant for that customer. Finally, we come into product prices for the customer here, and we can set custom pricing for their products within Deer, so we don't have to use that import, and we can set these up within the actual UI itself. This is going to be quite manual, however, so it's worth keeping in mind. It doesn't make the process any easier really, but it will allow you to set custom prices in a fairly user-friendly way. Now that we have that done, just to show you for an example here, I'll create a sale with Scotch whiskey to show you how that pulls through. Here you can see Scotch whiskey is supposed to be $15.99 by default in any of our 3 main price tiers. Our customer is on trade, so it should definitely be $15.99. If we then come into our actual order here, we can see that we're using Bankwest as our customer, and we can now populate our sales order. So if we press the plus icon here, we have our Scotch whiskey and our Scotch barrel. So if I click our Scotch whiskey, we'll see that that has a price of 0, even though it's supposed to be $15.99, and that's because of that custom pricing element. We can also see that it's automatically populated with a 10% discount. This obviously isn't going to do anything since the product is being given for free. However, if it was, the moment we hit authorize, our discount would then be applied if we clicked apply discounts here. So as you can see, it's got a discount, 10%, and when we clicked authorize, it would then show that on the total here. Since we don't have stock, we're not going to hit authorize, but that's how that would play out. So just to recap, we had our 3 different ways of doing custom pricing for customers. Firstly, we can set our price tiers, which allows us to set 1 of 10 prices for that customer for a product. Secondly, we have discounts, where we can apply a given discount for a customer, and that will then automatically populate on sales. This is good for if you have one-off customers that have percentage discounts and not custom pricing. And then finally, we have custom pricing, which allows us to set a unique price for a product for each customer. However, that method is going to take quite a bit of setup, but once it's done, it will automatically pull through every single time. Hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to feedback in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.